Come here, little goatie. Come say good morning. Come say good morning. Come on, Yogi. Come say hi to the goatie. Hey, Miss. Oh, you're the mean one. I remember you. I remember you. You're the mean one. Yes. Good morning, precious people. How is everyone? Come on, little goatie. You're cute. I don't know about you with the horns. I saw you yesterday picking on your brothers and sisters. Hey, Kiss It. Oh my God, your username. DA, good morning. So we have to check out of this place today. They have people coming for the weekend. Um, but I thought I'd come and say good morning to everybody. Okay, are you guys ready to hear some real bullshit? Like, I mean, it's been a rough week, right? It's been a rough week. Um, you know, but I got some real shit to report here. Mora, hi Irish Fairy, hi Wild Still, hi Chanley, hi Abelis, hi Kim, hi Jen, hi Unmailing the Mask, hello Tracy, hi Wanda, hey Mia Boca. Okay, are you guys ready for this? I'm gonna flip the camera because I got to show you this. I'm 54 years old and I'm always bragging, I've never had a gray hair. Oh, fucking gray hair. Like, is that some bullshit or what? It's like, you know what? I don't mind losing all my stuff, you know, almost dying, all the other crap we've had to deal with this week. But seriously, God, I need gray hair right now. Is that even funny? Ah. Okay, this little goatee right here is my little buddy. Hey, bud. Hi. Hi, Claudia. Hey, little bud. Oh, look, his little horn is messed up. How'd your horn get messed up? Oh, come here. Come see him. The internet is taking a shit. Come on, baby. Yogi, Yogi, having fun with the goatees? Come on. Come on, Yogi, come see Gran Gran. All right, I'm gonna go back to the back inside and we can chat. We had our OAB squad Zoom party last night. That was so fun. We are most definitely gonna be doing that again. I gotta say, like, our mental health is a little on the precarious side. I mean, we don't want to go to sleep at night, and you know, like 50 times a day, you think, oh my God, can I go in that building? Is it safe? Is it going to burn down? Um, but and then like you forget that you lost everything. So like last night I was having trouble getting my iPad and my computer to charge, and Dustin's like, Gian, what'd you do with all your cables? And I just started looked at it like, really, dude, this is what you're gonna ask me right now? Oop, this door sticks. Hold on, people. It's a two-handed project to get it open. Come on, Yogi. Yogi Reginald Gerard Fraser. Get your big old butt over here. Here he comes. He's running. Look. Did you poop? I think you pooped. I think you pooped because of the way you're running. This guy is living his best life, huh? See, I'm living my best life. You know what, Kim? I was having trouble. I kept forgetting to check the waiting room. So I think people were like not, see, look, people were not, a lot of people weren't able to get on. It's my fault. Look, he's got his babies. My friend Veronica stopped and got him a Bucky at the Buc-ee's because he had a Bucky and he really loved it. And then there were a few of his toys that I was able to wash. So his Cat in the Hat and his Snoopy and his little lunch bag thingy. So, see, I'm living my best life. I am. I got my babies and I got a blanket to lay on. Yeah. But this gray hair bullshit, like, that is a no. All right. Are you guys ready? Ready to hear what we found out yesterday? So the fire marshals, here's my glasses so I can read your comments. The fire marshals have been investigating, and so they gave us some findings. Thank you, Wanda. Appreciate you. Thanks, Rosalind. Oh, good to see you. Hi, Claudia. Hey, Kim. Sorry about that you couldn't get on last night. You went white, so now your brown hairs are clicking through your white. See, this is just not fair. Sparkles. I like that. Okay, so yesterday, hey, Erin, first of all, I made a request to the city because I think I told you guys that they were able to retrieve 3 of the smoke detectors. So 2 of them were from the upstairs, where obviously the fire originated. There was never any fire downstairs. All the damage downstairs was from soot and water. Um, and but the upstairs is where everything actually burned. So they have 2 smoke detectors from upstairs, 1 from downstairs, and so I just sent the city a request. You know, it's one of the really great things about living in a small town. Like, they're very, very efficient. So so I emailed them and said, well, could we have them? Could we have them? Because I'd like to have somebody, you know, analyze them. And so yesterday we were just finishing up, and the fire marshal that was there the day before, because we've got different people today, the fire marshal that was there the day before comes by and he hands me this bag. And I'm like, what, you brought me some coffee? and he hands it to me and he's like, here's your smoke detectors. And so, you ready to hear? Are you ready? So not only are 2 out of 3 of the smoke detectors painted over, but they never would have worked because they were hardwired to a security system that has been turned off since I don't know when. Most definitely long before I moved in. So in other words, the property management company never even bothered to inspect them, to make sure that they worked, to tell me that I would need to turn this old alarm system on under ADT or whoever it was if I wanted to actually not burn to death in the middle of the night. So, yeah. And also found out that, you guys, if you have solar panels, listen to this, because all we think is, oh, solar panels, good, right? Solar panels are good. Well, solar panels make fighting a fire extremely difficult, extremely. And, you know, I'm from Southern California, where we have the wildfires in Malibu every so many years. And, you know, the last time we had a big round of fires, solar panels weren't really a thing. It was probably like 2007, maybe 2008. The next time that there is a serious wildfire issue in that area, it's going to be very hard because, okay, so when firefighters can't like get into the house because of the fire conditions or because of, you know, the way the house is designed, let's say there's a fire in the attic and they don't have access, what they would do is they would cut a hole in the roof so that they could see down, and then they would be able to fight the fire, you know, knock it down where it's the strongest, and, you know, fight from the strongest part to the weakest part instead of, you know, chasing it in a trail. And so it's, you know, just being proactive instead of reactive. And so the solar panels make it so that they not only can't open the roof, but they can't see what they're doing. So, I mean, they're basically fighting the fire blind, and they just have to try to follow the trail, which is why we lost everything. The firefighters were literally at the home ready to fight fire when the actual like main part of the fire broke out, and they weren't able to do anything. So please, if you have solar panels, think about that. Perhaps don't put them on your roof if you can help it. If you have another space on your property that you can put them, at least look into it. And then the other thing is that when they were fighting the fire, they turned off the power to the house, but the solar panels were still like releasing power. They couldn't have been making power because it was pitch black outside, but they were still releasing power. So the lights in the house and everything were still on, even though the power had been turned off. And these things have like very big, very major shut off valves. So, I mean, I don't even know what to do with that. There may be some liability with the people who either made or installed the solar panels. I'm not sure. But I mean, these are not things we want to be finding out after the fact. You know what I mean? Like, these are things you want to be finding out beforehand, so that you can take care of your, so that you can take care of your family. You know, who wants to take a chance? Hey, Gina, good morning. Thank you, Rosalind. Yogi's doing good. Chandler's I don't know who paints over smoke detectors. Right? And I actually met the guy that painted the house yesterday,
And he's a nice guy. They were there to, you ready? The property management company couldn't bother to come out for the year that I was sending them 38 FedEx letters, but they sent somebody out to board up the house because they're afraid somebody would steal the copper piping. They don't mind that we lost our kitties. They don't mind that I literally walked around in the same soot covered dress without even a pair of underwear and having that be the only thing, the only piece of clothing I had to my name. They didn't care about that. But God forbid anybody breaks into this burned out house and steals the damn copper piping. Like, am I on? Face palm. That's all I can say. That one kind of blew my mind. But I was very happy to see my friend Chow because she's very sweet and she works for the property manager, but she's not one of them, if that makes sense. Like he hires her, but she's just a nice lady and she's a real one. She's a good woman. Very smart, and she owns her own construction company, which I think is super cool. So so Chow came over and she brought the two men with her, her little workers, and the guy was looking for, he wanted to borrow like one of our like step ladders that was half like melted to stand on to put on the things. I'm like, no, we have a regular ladder. So me and him went looking for the regular ladder, and he's like, oh yeah, I painted this house 2 years ago, and I was like, what exactly did you paint? He's like, well, we painted the ceiling in the kitchen, which is where one of the smoke detectors came from. And then he started giving me a list of all the places he painted. And I didn't have the heart to tell him, look, you're not supposed to paint over smoke detectors. But I'm going to talk to her and let her know. Right? The management company has a lot more to worry about the copper piping. But doesn't that just say it all about this company? Okay, you guys, if you're bored, go to Google and read the reviews for 31 Realty Company, the number 31 Realty Company in Allen, Texas. And I mean, people get pissed off. They, their rent gets raised. Landlord raises their rent. They're mad at the property manager. You know what I mean? Like I've owned properties. I know, people a lot of times take things out on the wrong party. You should see their responses to people. Their responses say everything you need to know about this company. So one of the people says, oh, they charged my rent 8 times on the same day and overdrew my bank account and blah, 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 blah. And you know what their response was? We're moving ahead with the eviction process. That was their response. And then there was another person that complained about how rude they are and how unhelpful they are and how they don't return phone calls. And their response was, what did they say? They said, we're sorry if your credit didn't pass our high standards. Not making this up. I mean, I really shouldn't be able to laugh about this after everything that's happened. But you know what? Sometimes in life, it's better to laugh than cry. And, I figure I can count on one hand how many times in my life that I have known that I am exactly where God needs me to be. You know what I mean? Because if I wasn't exactly where God needed me to be, I'd be dead. Because I should be dead. By the way that things went, by the circumstances, the likelihood of all of us dying was many times higher than the likelihood of us surviving. So, so I know where I'm where I'm supposed to be. But seriously, take the landlord to the cleaners. Cheryl, trust and believe. Trust and believe. John, I have a working theory that the origin expert actually kind of really agreed with, or at least said had a lot of possibility. It's not an exact science determining the origins of these things sometimes. But I believe the fire was in the AC unit, and there was a leak in the system that cools the unit, and I've been complaining about that for a year. And I believe that the part of the system that is supposed to keep the temperature at a reasonable level wasn't working, and it probably overheated and caught fire. So, yeah. Okay. The management company has a lot more to worry about the carbon problem. Yes, given instructions about the fight and carbon alarms. Are incandescents fur babies okay? Wanda, unfortunately, the kitties passed away in the fire. Um, it's it was really bad. I mean, we ran out of the house. They, there was so much chaos that I got Yogi out, and then I run face first into the two guys, and I thought they had the kitties. They thought I had the kitties. And so we turned around to go back, but the fire department had, in the midst of this, had pulled up and wouldn't let us go back in. So we're like, look, they're right there. They're right there. We're telling them exactly where to go. Like, step inside the door. It's 2 steps to the left, and we just begged them and begged them and begged them to get the kitties for us. But I think initially, because the house wasn't actually on, like there wasn't visible flames or anything like that, they didn't think it was that big of a deal, and they thought they had it put out right away. So I think they thought, oh, cats get traumatized by that kind of thing. They're probably safer where they're at. But then when the house went up in flames, obviously the situation deteriorated incredibly quickly. And so we weren't, just kept begging them. I kept begging them. I told the man, I said, listen, sir, my friend lost his mother last year. These cats are her cats. He's not in a good way emotionally. He's been very withdrawn and very depressed for the last so many months. And please, like, these cats are the only thing between him and insanity. Please, 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 can you, please, can you get the kitties out? Please, can you get the kitties out? And they just were never able to do it. And apparently the fire marshal told me that incident commander is really beating himself up about that. The judgment call just didn't work out, and that's sad. Buttercup, I agree. It's unbelievable. Nick is doing better, Kim. You know what? They had a really good time. We all had a really good time. And they're still sleeping. So they've been sleeping since about midnight. That's really good. I mean, I think since Monday until last night, the 3 of us together maybe got 12 hours sleep. Arizona girl. Good morning, Jen. Thank you for using your tragedy to help educate others. You've been so strong and positive. It's, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's like I said, where you're at. You're where God wants you to be. Who am I to tell him what's right or wrong? My alarm's going off. Laughter is the best medicine. I do agree. Thank you, Buttercup. Laughter is the only thing keeping me going after losing my husband on the 16th. Oh, Rosalind, I am so sorry to hear that. If your husband was your soulmate, you were very blessed to get to know your soulmate. So I'm sure that you cherish every moment that you ever had with him, and you will most definitely be seeing him again. Hey, Jessie. Jessie made it to the Zoom last night. She was so fun. She was cracking us up. Hey, Tanya. Hi, technically, Tracy. Hey, Kate. Well, you know what? We're going to do another OAB meeting. We're going to have to do this. We might have to do like OAB Sundays once a month or something, because it was fun. And we had a small group. There was about maybe 8 or 10 of us. Most of the time when people were coming in and going out, but we had a really good time. You had a great talk between you and Vanessa. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Terry. Miss Curator of Cannabis. Well, part of the reason that we actually slept last night is a friend sent us some edibles. Glad you were able to get that info on the smoke detectors. Hopefully your experience will help this not happen with another one of their problems. They are not going to have real estate licenses to worry about. So I have some phone calls to make and some reports to make. But one of my Facebook friends suggested that I need to make a report to the Attorney General's office, so I'm most definitely going to do that. And I've already had this guy's Department of Real Estate license number taped to my computer at my office for the last 3 or 4 months. I've just been, waiting to try to resolve these underlying issues to, so that I could make an appropriate report to the Texas Department of Real Estate about him. So that's that. But we do have the smoke detectors in our possession, and we'll find an expert that can analyze them, and that'll be helpful. Buttercup, we're at an Airbnb in a little town called Burleson, Texas, and they have goatees and they have turkeys, and they're really cute. So it was fun. Wild Still, if you are over 30, you are already an OAB. You may or may not know it. But you are. Technically, Tracy, trust and believe that they will not do this to anybody else. It's not about money. I mean, obviously, there's no amount of money that could ever reimburse us for what we lost, and for I mean, we don't want to lay our heads down at night because you can't help it. The thoughts go through your mind. Oh my God, what happens? I'm back in a building. Is it safe in there? Is it going to burn down? I mean, I just can't tell you how, like, everything that every piece of rock that you stand on in your daily life, when it gets ripped out from under you, and you can only rely on God, that's when the best things happen. But at the same time, it's very emotionally, very, very, very emotionally disturbing. I mean, we have a huge sale coming next week at Gerard Cosmetics. I should be, planning, working with influencers, setting up promotion for us and everything. And I haven't been able to do a thing because I've been, consumed with wading through soot and debris all night. The Airbnb is great. We had to get out of the hotel. That hotel, they were very sweet there, but that hotel had roaches the size of dogs. And then so I got them to move us rooms, and they moved us down to the end of the hall, and then they gave us one with a toilet that was stopped up. It's like, oops. I'm feeling the masses. I can't imagine what you guys are going through. Prayers for you. Thank you very much. You guys, honestly, we're very blessed. We know that. We are not, I mean, we are angry, don't get me wrong, but we're not, we're angry because the whole thing is senseless and was 1,000,000% avoidable, every last bit of it. But we're not hurting like you might think we are. We probably laughed more this last 3 or 4 days than we did the 2 weeks before that because we all had COVID. So, yeah, it's been kind of nuts. But yeah, I mean, the thing that I find so upsetting and so hard to swallow is just that, Rosalind, I'm sending you all my love, dear, and if I can do anything for you, please message me. And again, I'm so sorry for the loss of your husband. It's also senseless, the people who built this house, the man was a cardiologist. Everybody who came over would always ask, why doesn't this house have a hot tub? And I'd say, because the guy who built it was a cardiologist. But they painstakingly planned every single piece of this home. They were so particular about upkeeping it. The man's wife died, was very ill, and died at one point. I'm not sure when he sold the property, but I think it was around then. But everybody in the city that knows these people, that's been to this house, all the workers and everything, they universally love this couple. They said that this house was everything to them. They might not have owned it anymore, but it's still their dream home. It's still something that they put years of work and all their resources into to build for their family, and it's gone. My memories, and to some extent Nick and Dustin's memories, they didn't lose everything because their stuff is all was not, since they were living with me, they weren't, all their stuff wasn't there. So Nick and Dustin left some clothes and some electronics and some memories, but not like that. You know what I mean? It's just, it's also senseless, and it was also avoidable. I read the investigator that was out there yesterday, the last letter that I sent to the realty company, and it was on July 22nd of this year. And it was just begging them to address these issues, asking them, why haven't you addressed these issues? This was reported a year ago. This was reported 3 months ago. This was reported 6 months ago. I don't understand why you haven't addressed these issues. And despite the fact that I filed a lawsuit against you, I'm still eager to resolve these issues. You know, I want to work with you. And I mean, I think the fact that they didn't do anything says it all, you know. Um, I love you, April Dawn. Thank you. Kate says, I was in a fire simulation with my DTR years ago, and it was terrifying. I can't imagine going through it, the real thing. Um, Thank you, Wanda. Yes, if you want to support us, we're not doing GoFundMe's or anything. But if you want to support us, you can definitely purchase from Gerard Cosmetics. Get yourself some great makeup. Get you some Harry F. Terry, I can't wait to see your results with Harry F. Jesse, thank you. My doctor, the doctor that created Harry F, sent me some homeopathic remedies to help us clear out our lungs and detox our systems, because we were wading through that soot, and I was doing it barefoot the first couple days. So so he sent me some stuff for adrenals, and he sent me one for anxiety. He sent me one for detox and inflammation, and for the bronchi in the lungs. He sent me one for the pituitary, which would help fatigue, headache, and mood changes. The mood changes are a real thing. And then there's one for the liver and stuff. So, yeah. Tina says, my thoughts and prayers. I'm a volunteer firefighter. I understand from my own house burning down when I was young. Much love, respect, and hugs to all of you. You know, I always thought that people's homes burning down was so rare, but I can't even tell you how many people have reached out to me in the last 4 or 5 days, and told me that it's happened to them. So yeah. Can't wait to get your sale text. We'll definitely make more purchases. Yeah, next week we're going to be doing a site-wide buy one get one free. So anything that you buy, their value will be free. So very excited. Of course, it's going to discount the least expensive thing in your cart. But if you buy two Harry F's, you're going to get one of them free. So I'm excited. And yeah, if you guys haven't tried Harry F, I don't know if y'all remember when my hair fell out, but look at all this. Even though I got a gray in there now, look at all this hair. I had about 6 hairs to put in a ponytail, and now I got tons of it. And I actually have been losing some since I had COVID. Yeah, they were visiting. I would say staying with me, not, I think there's a difference between staying and living, you know what I mean? But that's just me. Let's see, have we checked in to getting our lungs checked? Yogi was not exposed to any smoke or any fire. There was no smoke in my bedroom when we got out, and by the time the fire broke out, he was safe in my car down the street. So, and he hasn't been back to the house since. So he's good. Yeah, unveiling. We have, unfortunately, there's lots of documentation. Imagine how many other properties are in danger. That, Wanda, is my driving force. Like I said, these people will not trust and believe, will not be doing this to anybody else. Tina is a gem. Gina says you have quite a case against them. Your attorneys will definitely win whatever. I know I froze for a sec. Like I said, again, money can't give me what I lost. I lost my peace. Money can't give Nick his cats. Money can't give me my memories. What can I say? But I know in this, when it comes to like the legal system, money is really all they can give us. So there's that. My insurance is being really great. They authorized, they're going to reimburse me for this Airbnb, and they authorized the lake house. So we're going to go to a lake house tonight, and we'll be out at the lake for the weekend. Oh, thanks, Jesse. What time did I go look at that house? We're looking at one at noon and one at 1 o'clock. The 1 o'clock one is fully furnished, and it's like a luxury home on a golf course. So I think that could be a possibility. The other one is big and nice. It has a little too much white carpet for me, but they're asking kind of a lot for it, so I think we could negotiate some decent floors for that. It's not easy, but I have aid on my side, been airlifted myself. I had good care. That's, you know what? When you know what somebody's going through, you can really be so effective at helping. Was I going to post my email? Oh, Jesse. Okay. Lindsay says, I'm a nurse and you can take thyme, salt, and peppermint, put it in a bowl with boiling water and use it as an inhalation. I will do that. A girl who used to work for me does PR for a bunch of companies and she's sending me a facial steamer, so I'll put it in the steamer. Yes, hair color is beautiful. Thank you so much. You started because you lost a lot of hair. Take it in the morning. Yeah, take it morning and night. Like put it with your toothbrush or whatever. And then you just take like, you open up the bottle, right? You take about, hang on, let me put this down so I can do this. And you take about a third of a dropper, like that. And you just put it under your tongue. You count to 20 and then swallow. So that's it. And twice a day is ideal. So yeah. No, wipe those fake property managers. Nothing infuriates me more than slum months. I mean, Wanda, you don't even know. They came over the day before and harassed us. I mean, they snuck onto the property. They were sneaking around, and we've thrown a lot of people off of the property. You know, since Monday, lots of gawkers, you know, I don't know. And you know me, like, I don't give a fuck. I'll walk right up on somebody and I'm like, can I help you? Does our misery entertain you? And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, me too. Okay, bye. So there was these three people, like, they went around the back of the house because the gate was open. They walked in through the gate. They went around the back of the house and then snuck out by the pool, but they didn't know that two people were out there. So somebody's like, hey, Jen, somebody's on the property. So I chase them around to the back and I walk up and I'm like, hi, can I help you? And the guy's like, yes, I'm an insurance adjuster. You know, here's my business card. You know, I'm here to look at the damages. Okay, great. You're fine. Can I see your business card? And she's like, well, I don't have a business card, but I'm an insurance agent and I'm the insurance agent for the house. I'm like, well, you're not going any further than this without a business card. So she shows me a picture of a business card that seems to have her photograph on it. And then the third one says that she's the property manager. And she's like, we've spoken before. I'm like, yes, we've spoken before. You've been ignoring me for a year. And then there was a whole lot of cussing, and I told them to get off my property, that they weren't welcome there. Well, we're the property manager. We are allowed to be here. Not today, you're not. 24 hours notice. Give me 24 hours notice. It was terrible. There was like, she goes, we're just here to see the house. Anything else you take up with your lawyer. I'm like, oh, trust and believe, bitch. It will be. I am taking it up with my lawyer. Don't even. People are crazy. Oh yeah, we showed the video on the OAB meeting last night. And my friend Deborah. Okay, if you're on Facebook, follow Dabbling with Deborah. She is the funniest person, the naturally funniest person you will ever meet. We met her a few months ago at an event, and I mean, the love was instant. And her wife got married at the house about a month ago. And it meant so much to me to host their wedding. And, you know, I told them that day, I said, every time you come to visit me, I want you to remember today, you know, and how you feel today. And then yesterday, we took a picture in the same spot they were married in with them in the masks and the tall rubber boots and all of that. And, but yeah, so my friend Deborah is like walking these ladies out to their car, and Deborah's like in their personal space, you know, kind of like pushing them to move a little faster because they were taking their sweet time. And then she says to the lady, she says, ma'am, you better tie your shoe because I'd hate for you to fall flat on your face. I'd have to laugh at you because it's karma. I'm like, Deborah, if I ever gotta roll up on somebody, I want you on my wing. I mean, Nick is sassy, but I thought that was pretty good. Yeah. I let him have it. Yeah, the video was pretty hilarious. Yeah, next, maybe we'll show it again, or maybe I'll put it in a video. But yeah. Oh, and their lawyer sent my lawyer a letter and says I'm not allowed to destroy or delete anything I'm posting on social media. I'm like, trust and believe. I'm not deleting shit because I want people to know who you are and how much you care about the people that you take money from on a monthly basis. Um, but yeah, when you have a minute, go look them up on Google. And like I said, the customer reviews are one thing. Everybody has a different experience. Some people have good experience, some people have bad experience. But when you read their responses, it's pretty funny. I mean, it says everything that you need to say. Birkin and Aspen are actually doing really good. Nick's dogs are fine. Yeah, they're doing really good. Tony says, I'm on your laptop. This is what I hear. Lizzie says, why are people so crazy and sell the cameras for when you're not there? Well, we have cameras, but they're melted from the fire. My phone keeps going off. I'm gonna have to get off because I've got a meeting with my Amazon seller here in a bit, and I'm gonna do some stuff to prepare for it. So, yeah, but the gray hair. I mean, I can handle everything else that's happened, but look at that. There's like 4 of them. See, there's another one right there. I'm 54 years old. I've never had a gray hair, and I love to brag about never having a gray hair. And I guess all it takes is for your house to burn down almost with you in it for you to get them. But I wonder if that makes me smarter. Let me know. Anyways, precious people, I love you guys. Maybe we'll go live from the lake house tonight. If not, we'll definitely be back on this weekend. And anyways, I love you guys, and wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I just hope that you're having a totally awesome day. I'll let y'all say goodbye to Mr. Big Butt. What are you doing? Say goodbye, everybody. We're going to the lake.